Hi, everyone. It is me again, back with the Skin Games Facebook Live. And today I have a very big surprise for you. It's going to be Fred from, I always mess up on your last name. Is it Fouassier? Is that how
Close
you say
enough. Fouassier, but
it? Fouassier. I can't.
it goes with it's my name's been butchered, 20 different times,
I
in
always say
20 different
Fouassier.
ways.
That's how it looks like.
The,
Fouassier.
it-
Fouassier.
I just I like to go by Fred. That's really
I'm going to
easier.
call you Fred from
Thank you. Thank
Rejuvasea
you.
skincare, and it's all marine based, and also based on a plankton, which they've actually trademarked Rejuva plankton. Um,
Right.
right. So Fred is all the way over there in Lake Tahoe.
Yeah, we're
Um,
in the beautiful Sierra Nevadas.
is it nice over there right now?
It's about 95. I think it's hot. It's really hot. It's windy. It's been an incredible summer. It's been really, really nice. So we've
Wow.
been
I
lucky.
don't even think it's 95 here, but
But it
actually,
cools off at night. It goes down to 60 degrees at night.
wow. Well, so Fred, could you tell us a little bit about your background? Because I know you've had a lot of school behind you, and you weren't always in this industry. You started somewhere else. Could you give us a little information on that?
Yeah. Well, I'm French. I came to the U.S. When I was 21, when I was going to grad school, and I had an exchange program between France and the U.S. And next thing, after I graduated, after I got my MBA, I graduated and I started to work in the investment business in San Francisco. And then within no time, I actually started my own investment fund, and that was in San Francisco during the internet days. So we started to do pretty well, and I started to invest in companies, all the way till I realized what I really wanted to do was to run companies. So eventually, after we sold a couple of software companies to some pretty big companies, I decided I got the opportunity to get involved in the microalgae world, and I had no idea what microalgae even was. But I basically got involved into a company that had, where the goal was to basically grow microalgae in a place in Spain called Veta La Palma, outside of Sevilla and very close to Cadiz in Spain. And then we basically discovered a strain of marine phytoplankton that hadn't been discovered before. So right after this, we started to, what's the word I'm looking for? We started to look for applications of what we could do with marine phytoplankton. And we created a number of verticals, and everything's on our website. People could go there and see everything that we did. But we basically...
That's actually pretty interesting, because you were actually in your past with a fishing company, right?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And then, so part of this one of the fingers of this company actually is like fish food, pretty much, right? I mean, the fish, like, isn't that true?
Correct. Marine phytoplankton is a superfood. So it's basically the ocean is there's millions of organisms in the ocean, and out of and some 2 million plus years ago, there was one organism that actually created the oxygen for everything to flourish on Earth, and it was marine phytoplankton. So it is a fantastic...
Yeah.
It's a fantastic oxygenator, and it's been used as a dietary supplement for years. What we did is we actually, and it's a superfood, so it provides...
So you had the fish food, I guess. What would you call that department?
Aquaculture. That's aquaculture.
Okay,
So,
and then you also have a restaurant where I guess they started serving the
yeah, it's a 3 Michelin star restaurant in Cadiz in Spain, where they basically use marine phytoplankton into the kitchen, into the cooking, and they add it to recipes, and that's another one. So we're in the aquaculture business, we're in the nutrition business, we are in the aquarium business. So the same food is being used in the San Francisco aquarium, in the Monterey Aquarium, in the aquarium in Atlanta, in aquariums in Asia and Europe.
Is that with your particular strain, the Rejuvaplankton?
That's correct. There's also other strains of marine phytoplankton that we grow in the harvesting facility. Basically, when we discovered that strain, we created a biotech company. And people could go on our website and see what it looks like. It looks like NASA. And then when we created the biotech company, then we looked at a number of different verticals where we could use that. And obviously, skincare, the fastest growing segment in the skincare business for the last 15 years has been antioxidant skincare, which antioxidant protection, repair, and so on. So I decided I was going to run the skincare division.
We're so lucky you did, because everybody loves you, Fred. And
I love everybody too.
Yeah. So in the skincare division, it's been around for how long?
Skincare division has been around for 7 years now. We've been at it for almost 10 years. And the skincare division has been around for 7 years, but we had a lot of R&D to do, formulation to do, look at what we could do, what formulation we could put this in. We're actually in the second generation of the active, because at first the active, the algae and the marine phytoplankton was there in its entirety, and then we actually created an extract where we got rid of the colors, and we didn't want chlorophyll to be involved in the product, because of with oxidation it turns gray. So the products went from green to white with the extract. So we removed all the when you talk about an algae and you talk about a very condensed kind of ingredient, what really happens is there's a bit of smell that would come out of it. So we removed all the odors, we removed everything, and what we came at was an extract that was vanilla color, which basically make it like any type of application was possible then. So we looked at serums, we looked at we actually.
So basically you have there's like what, 15 SKUs in your line, right?
That's correct. Yeah. Plus, and that includes a dietary supplement that.
Well, that's something that just came out, and in fact, I was on the what's that called again?
The beta.
Oh, I was in the beta group, and I got to tell you, I mean, I know it's only one a day, but I take 2 a day, and
good for you.
I have a case, which I know you're still waiting for so I haven't been really giving, only to my special customers, because I don't want Frank and me to run out, and I use like 2 a day. So
we have
just so everybody knows, I will never, and this is not a sales pitch, don't even try it if you don't want. I got to say, I will never, ever go off of that supplement. I mean, like, tell us about the refit. Like, what exactly? It's obviously the Rejuvaplankton, but tell everyone.
It's 100% Rejuvaplankton, and Rejuvaplankton is actually loaded with vitamin D, vitamin C as well. So remember when I said that marine phytoplankton was the ingredient, that the organism that created all the oxygen for everything to be able to flourish on Earth. So it's a fantastic oxygenator. So through clinicals with the dietary supplement, we saw that it increases oxygen absorption into the body. So with oxygen absorption, everything works kind of better. It oxygenates the body from within. We saw an increase. We see an increase in energy. We saw an increase in. We've experienced everything from
weight loss. There was weight loss too. I got that.
I did too. I mean, I've been on it pretty strong since we all came back from Vegas, and but along with working out and so on. But it feels it just I take it every day. It helps. It kind of removes the fog when you wake up in the morning.
I like that. It removes the fog.
That's what it is. I mean,
everyone always says, Jennifer, how come you are always so hyperactive, right? And I just say, well, this just helps it a little bit, but sometimes I have to go down to 1 just to be easier to be around, because sometimes I'm too hyper.
So refeed is becoming part of the skincare treatment. So that's really what we're going after. We're looking for our customers at at really value-added solutions and provided. So we're starting to look. We're starting to provide wellness certification courses. We're really looking at ways to empower our customers to kind of get to the next level. So
Well,
we.
it's also good, Fred. It's not even. It's a really good value. I think. What is the retail value of
It's about 22 wholesale, so it'll be a 21 or 22 wholesale. It'll be 41, 42 retail for a 30-day supply.
That's not bad, because a lot of the supplements are out there like 60 plus, and that would be including.
Yeah, but it's always the same thing because we're in control of the active. We have tremendous flexibility in the pricing and in the amount of concentration for the dietary supplement. Most people that sell supplements, they get their supplements from a third-party provider. So everybody needs to make their money in there, right? And you could see marine phytoplankton. There's different strains of marine phytoplankton on the internet. There's different people selling microalgae on the internet. This is literally the most potent strain of marine phytoplankton, and we're not just saying that. I mean, we've been able to validate to clinically validate this. So if customers can understand the reason why they should be using marine skincare lines and why they provide all the benefits, then after that it's really more about the quality of the ingredients and what's in there.
Well, if anybody out there has questions, I'll be putting my glasses on.
There you go.
And just this way, if you have questions, I will make sure to ask Fred as we go along. But Fred, so you are an exclusive partner with the Skin Games. Thank you very much. I mean, you guys have been with us from the beginning, and we love your support. And you're basically a partner with the Skin Games. And we noticed a lot of players last year were using Rejuvasea in their for their home care, but this year they're going to be able to add the supplement to really kind of check and see what kind of results they're going to get. Correct. First of all, why do you think that people should actually participate in the Skin Games?
Well, I'm a little different of what I think the value of the Skin Game is. I think most people that participate in the Skin Game doing for the competition and they want to show what they can do, and it's about the trophy and making the finalist list and so on. I think the value to the Skin Game is much greater than that. I think that's really that's really the tip of the iceberg. I think the value of the Skin Game, there's no such a thing as a national esthetician. There's not one skincare treatment room that is in every city around the US. So most of the estheticians that are in the Skin Games, they are single operators that work really hard. They love doing treatments. They're really good at this thing. And I think the value of the Skin Game, it's a global platform that should have a major impact at the local level. And that's really what the value is, in my opinion, of the Skin Game, why people should participate. Because if they are part of the Skin Games, they're becoming one of the few that put themselves into a global skincare competition. And when you enter a global skincare competition, you're competing against the best of the best. And that in your local market turns you into an expert and turns you into an authority. And when you start marketing that through all the channels that we're putting in place for them to market that, the people that actually work with us, the goal is, but what do you do in the Skin Game? But it's really what happens to your treatment room within a few months after you start participating in the Skin Games. So that's why I think it's such a fantastic tool. I think the competition part, which is what this is all about, obviously, is a great part. But I think there's tremendous value for people to come in, even if they're not sure about the competition, or they may be a little shy about it, because of the impact that it could give them on a local basis if they have the proper strategies to execute against that. And that's kind of my position about it.
Well, I think that, thank you. I really love that position too, because it's so true. I hear that you guys are kind of forming a little, I guess, a team or alliance that is going to jump into the Skin Games and blow us all away with some of these case studies. What do you guys have anything up your sleeve for the Skin Games 2019?
Yeah, working on a couple of different things. It's a little early because we're still not going until, I mean, the Skin Games not going to happen until June next year. So I mean, we're working on a lot of, I'd like to think, really cool stuff. And as we get closer, we could start to announce what we're doing and the partnerships we're putting in place. And it kind of comes down to what do we do for our customers, and kind of how we change the kind of the paradigm in our industry, which is, a skincare company sells skincare, a device company sells device, and everybody works really hard to provide the best solution. Everybody competes against each other, but really there's no platform out there where anyone is really bringing traffic into the treatment rooms, and that's what we want to do. So we're looking at some interesting opportunities there, and I think if we and I believe we'll be able to put it together. But if we can put it together, I think it'll change a lot of it'll change for a lot of estheticians. It'll provide some tremendous value to them.
Well, Richard says Richard Maher says that he's very excited to see what's in the pipeline.
Yeah, Richard's a good guy. He's always around.
Well, because you could we do have a couple new categories. We have a holistic category, and then we also have a compromised skin, which I think that Rejuvasea would fit in quite well, especially with the new supplement.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
is there anybody out there that has any good questions for Fred, or do you want me to?
Please,
you guys want me to ask
don't give us the bad questions.
Yeah. So Richard said he won the auction last year, and the products were amazing. So we will be having another auction again, Fred, coming up. Actually in the first week of December, which we'll be announcing a little bit later with, the auction's actually going to be the Skin Games auction, but I shouldn't even, you guys are the first to hear it. It's going to be on the Esthetician Connection. So it's going to be, so we're going to definitely, hopefully get something to auction off from you, Fred, because all the money we raise, you realize, is for the compassionate category. And
anyone
is been very involved in the compassion category, and I hope that everybody that's been involved last year really wants you to be involved again this year as moderator. You were amazing.
I'll be the first one to provide something that I believe is fun and of value to the auction. I'd like people to start bidding for a dinner with Kathy during the Skin Games next year.
I'm so bidding on that one. That would be so amazing. So anyway, wow, that would be great. I think you should do a dinner.
Absolutely.
A dinner with Kathy and Fred.
No, not Fred, just Kathy.
I think what you guys should really do is a dinner at what's that place? The Vida del Palma restaurant.
No, here we go. Here we go.
And then because there's like a waiting list. I think it's like 3 months just to get.
Yeah, it's 2.5 to 3. Correct.
Well, maybe they have a division of that restaurant in Tahoe, maybe.
They could have. We don't have one. But it's Tahoe is a lake. Everything we do is marine based. That's the only thing with living in the house here is we can't really use the lake for much. We need marine waters. All the quality comes into the marine waters.
Well, anyway, I've got to say my favorite product, and I see Michelle says she loves the night cream. Richard loves all of it. I got to tell you my faves. As far as the skincare line, and it's been out for months, right? But it's coming back in the middle of September. So I would suggest, just in case it runs out again, buy like a cases of it. It's the eye puffer. It's called the eye revitalizer. It is amazing. I use it for everything. In fact, I use it with the Regenerate pen and just infuse that in. It is so amazing. So I don't know what your fave is, but that's one of my faves, and everybody should have it. And everybody should be on the refit. Just so you know, as soon as it comes in, call Fred.
We'll have 10,000 boxes coming in from Spain. I think it leaves Spain early in September, and we'll put 2,000 in the plane so that we have them right middle of September, and then 8,000 in the boat, and then we'll start having them on a monthly basis.
Right, and don't they have to be? It's not like they just sell by themselves. It comes with the skincare as well.
Yeah, we're defining all the programs right now. I mean, the key is, I believe, is into, and that's one of the things that we're trying to get to with the new opportunities that we're putting together, is really through technology being able to prove the benefits that we're providing to our customers. So not just before and after pictures, and then you could have a before and after picture. The before picture is always dark. The after picture has perfect lighting, and you're like, I'm sure it's true. But what we want to do is use technology to, in a treatment room, add a solution that would be easy for everybody to use without anybody having to purchase a device or anything, and provide technology into the treatment room that show the results. That show what we've been able to do and how we've been able to do it, and so yeah, I think that's where.
So you did give us a little bit of a little secrets and tips that are coming up.
Well, not really. It's all about technology and using the technology to prove efficacy, and then but putting it all together with some really smart technology people. So which means I'm not involved.
maybe Kathy. That's what Kathy's division is.
Yeah, but Kathy, when she's done with her dinner, she'll jump on that.
Anyway, okay, Fred. Well, thank you so much. I hope you have a really great weekend. And I will be talking to you early soon, because I want to the San Jose show is coming, and that's why we're doing a Facebook Live a day. It's a countdown to the Face and Body show in San Jose,
nice.
And we'll need to have some of your products to put in our makeup artist player bag. So I'll talk to you later about that.
That's exciting.
Okay. Anyway, thanks you guys for watching. I'll see you tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Oh shoot, what time? 10 o'clock my time, 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time with Sherry Dobbs and Dermastart. So anyway, thank you, Fred, again. It was great talking.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.